Okay, if you want to learn how to lift these lines here and here, you know when we get these depressed lines at the corner of our mouth, we have Deborah, our expert, facial exercise expert, teaching us today how to lift these corners of our mouth with simple exercises. So I'm going to move back. Deborah's going to come in, and I'm just going to move it here. Come in, Deborah.
You have it all over your face, Katie. Right, hi everybody. Okay, so today is all about marionette lines, and they're the lines that go from the corner of your mouth to the bottom of your chin that can really make you look quite depressed, quite miserable. It's about how to lift those. Now, depressor lines, marionette lines, are caused by two main issues. The first one is by your neck being tight, shortened from texting, looking at computers, and because that platysma muscle connects into this area, it pulls everything in the face down, not just your marionette lines, but your cheeks, everything. So it's always good to actually release that neck. In addition to that, if you have a tendency to do which we all do, some more than others, that can cause that real sort of downward look. So what I'm going to teach you today is how to release that muscle, how to lift that muscle. Now, some of our exercises are going to be about exercising the muscle. This is about releasing the muscle today. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is how to release the platysma muscle so that can lift, and therefore these muscles here can start to lift. And if you can imagine in your mind that that muscle runs from the edge of your lips down to the bottom of your chin, either side of your chin. So what we're going to do is we are going to put our hands across our chests, one hand over the other, underneath this clavicle bone, because that's where the platysma connects right up here and interconnects at the top of the jaw. So what we're wanting to do is to release that muscle. But we've got an added bit to it in that we are actually going to stretch this muscle while we're releasing the neck muscle. So we're going to put our bottom lip over our top lip like this. Then we're going to smile towards our ears. So bottom lip over top lip and smile towards our ears, and try and make sure that smile is symmetrical. So bottom lip over top lip, smile. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bring our heads up. That's it, girls, that's it. We're going to bring our heads up at an angle. Now, we're not going to throw our heads back. We're going to feel that stretch by bringing our chin at a 45-degree angle. And we're going to hold that for a count of 10. So, pin the muscle. You should feel the stretch in the neck and in the side of your mouth. Bottom lip over top lip. And slowly come down.
God, you feel it, don't you, in your neck?
You do feel it, and you should feel a little bit in the corner of your mouth because you're lengthening that muscle.
Sorry, were we doing that for the count of 10?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to do my
Yeah,
that was my count of 10. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing, mouth, smile, but we're going to take it off at an angle. So into the muscle. And back here. And what we're doing, we're lengthening that muscle, lengthening that neck muscle.
So Deborah, just to ask, when I'm holding the muscle here, why am I holding there?
Right, because if you can imagine, the platysma muscle runs along here, down the side of our neck and underneath our clavicle, and it's just easier to press down across here rather than trying to think where do I need to cross. So you're almost like pressing into your chest.
Creating resistance on that muscle.
Correct.
Right,
That's it.
Yeah.
And then when we smile like this, we're immediately lengthening that muscle. And then when we bring our head round and stretch it, we're lengthening it even more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely feel it.
Brilliant. So we're just going to do that final side now. So again, pressing under the clavicle. And as you quite rightly said, Katie, that creates resistance. Bottom lip over top lip, smiling symmetrically. come back again. And actually, as you become more used to it, you can actually even pulse that smile. So you're lengthening that muscle all the time. So what we've done now, have you got a question, Katie?
Yeah, how many times do we do that?
If you've got time, do it 3 times over.
So 3 times that way, 3 times that way, 3 times that way.
But quite honestly, if those marionette lines are your big concern, what I would do, if you don't have masses of time, just do the 3 exercises that I'm going to show you another 2. Just every morning, 10 seconds on for each of them. And over a period of time, you will start to see that area lift.
Oh, really? So the lines where we get, because some lights I go in, I'm like, oh gosh, I can see
it makes you look sad when you're not.
It does make you look sad when you're not. So what you're doing with this exercise, you're lengthening that platysma, which then releases these muscles. And the next 2 exercises I'm going to show you, the next one's going to be about lengthening that muscle even more. And then the 3rd exercise is going to be about fanning it out to your ears. So you almost look like you've got a smile when your face is just normal.
Yeah, oh nice.
Mini facelift. Lovely.
But the second exercise, you do need clean hands and you do need some oil. So any oil will do. Do you want a little drop, girls?
Another yes, please.
I'm doing one-handed.
Doing it one-handed. There you go, my love.
Thank you.
Katie, there's some for
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, darling?
Thank you. So you could use any oil for
You can use any oil, but what you just need to do is just dot it along that muscle, where that muscle will be.
So around the lines...
Where you see the lines, just up and down. And this is a good preventative exercise as well. You know, you don't even need to have really pronounced marionette lines. No. It's a preventative exercise.
Got you.
Okay. Now these next 2 exercises are quite deep exercises. Visualize yourself sinking into your muscle and lengthening that muscle. So what I'm going to be showing you now is, if you can imagine your thumbs go down to that bony part of your hand, engage with the muscle at the very bottom, lean your head down, and then imagine that bony part sinking into the muscle, and slowly but surely you're going to glide up to the edges of your lips. Okay, hold it and then open your mouth. And what will happen, that will really release that muscle.
And you would hold it for what, 10 seconds?
Well, in fact, it doesn't need to be for any length of time particularly. You just take that bony part of your hand, you engage at the bottom, bring your head down to get more depth into the muscle, slowly bring it up to the edges of your lips, and then slowly open.
Can I ask, Deborah, because the oil makes it more slippy, and I feel like I'd get more resistance if I didn't have oil.
You probably would do, but the reason I say to use oil is because you can really stretch your skin, or you can damage your skin. And so what I would say, to start with, see how it feels. You will get more slip. Over a period of time, it could just be after you've cleansed and you've still got a little bit of in your skin. You can do that. But to start with, use oil, because actually what you don't want to be doing is really damaging your skin.
Because it's quite a deep push, isn't it?
It is deep.
That's a really good idea, like if I was cleansing in the evening or the morning. I could do
absolutely
those exercises first, then I could cleanse, and that little bit of slippage.
Absolutely. But you know what I have seen with people before is sometimes you can go a bit mad. I've seen people doing exercises on other social media platforms where they're not using enough slip on their skin, particularly as we get a bit older. You can really stretch your skin, and although it bounces back to a degree, just go slowly. Go slowly. So what we've done, we've released this neck muscle, we've released this even more. Now what we want to do is actually bring that out. It's almost bringing that lip area out. So you've raised it and you've released it. So again, you could try it. You could put some oil here. If you're feeling a bit slippy anyway, that's fine. So again, you take that hard part of your thumb, you put your either side of your lips here, and then imagine just drawing a really slow, deep line out to the middle of your ear. You've got a muscle here called the risorius muscle, and it's a really lovely muscle to stretch out and up, and it will move that lip outwards. So again, you take the edges of your thumbs, the edges of your lips, bring your head down slightly, and imagine drawing a line very slowly out towards the middle of your ear, and you stop. Once again, place your hands, intentionally imagine that muscle lengthening, loosening out towards the edge of your ear, the middle of your ear, and then you stop. And then just one final time, bring your hands down, edge of your lips, very slowly draw a line out to the middle of your ear, and then you stop.
So relaxing.
It is nice. And then what you can do is just gently come down the edge of your neck. That's lovely for draining off any puffiness that you might have, or actually any lymphatic fluid that you've moved to the side, because we've got big lymphatic drains down here. That will get rid of any puffiness just above your clavicle. And you're done.
It feels nice being nice to yourself, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's a very comforting exercise. And, you know, when we talk about marionette lines, or actually any lines on the face, you don't necessarily have to have them to work on them. This is about maintenance, this is about improving, this is about raising the muscles in your face and your neck.
Because I find it's not so much the lines, it's like the shadow, the indent of the shadow. In certain lights, I mean, gosh, when I first saw mine on a Zoom meeting, because you know, like if you're on a certain Zoom and if you've got the light coming in from the side, I was like, I've not seen that.
What is that?
I've not seen that before. I look like a little puppet.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And what you might find, Casey, is sometimes if you haven't drunk enough water, if you've had a late night, you've been talking a lot, you've been chatting, sometimes they can be more pronounced than others. And that's why it's really, really good to keep doing those exercises, just to keep everything where it should be, really.
Yeah. So nice just being nice to yourself.
Yes, yes.
So how long would we need, if we did these exercises every day?
Yes.
When would we start noticing a difference, do you think?
I would always say 3 to 4 weeks, but it has to it has to be consistent. It has to be consistent. If they're really, really, really pronounced, maybe a little bit longer, you know, and there are lots more exercises that you can do, but these are a great starting point for marionette lines. But I always go on 3 to 4 weeks. Always give yourself a day off a week, always. It's a bit like working out in the gym. Your muscles need time to recuperate, to knit back together again. But about 3 or 4 weeks.
And how would you like, because I think for myself and for others, it's nice to be able to see a progress and a before and after.
Yes.
So if we took a photo, like as long as the light was the same time of day, like in natural light, or in artificial light, but we took the same angle, and then did a before and after, like day 1 and then after 4 weeks, and then I mean, kind of when you've done your 4 weeks, you're seeing some improvement. Would you suggest, like with facial exercises, that it's something that if we wanted that natural lift to our faces, that we would do kind of throughout our lives?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's like working your body. The only difference, well, I suppose it's a bit like doing yoga and weightlifting. You're the same with your face. There are some things that you're going to need to exercise to lift up. There are some things that you need to stretch out, like your depressor muscle, to give you that lift to your mouth. But absolutely, it's what you should be doing for yourself. You know, it's a really lovely way of looking after yourself. And it's the kind of exercise where people will look at you and say, you look really well. What have you been doing? It's that subtle. Your face is open. It's sort of the muscles are where they should be, but you've still got all that movement in your face.
I love that. So one of the things that you taught us in one of your earlier lives, and I would just say, if anyone wants to learn more about what Deborah teaches, if you comment, so Deborah did an amazing eye lift one. Deborah did an amazing live for jawline, saggy jawline. If you comment eye lift or jawline or eye lift and jawline, we will send you the link to those videos that you can go back and watch. Because they
were save them and keep doing them.
They were really, really amazing, especially the eye lift one. I noticed the difference even as we were doing the
During the
exercise,
live,
as the exercise was going, it was incredible.
It does. The results with eyes are actually very, very, very immediate.
Yeah.
But to maintain them over a period of time, you have to do them regularly. You really do.
Okay. So comment eye lift and or jawline, and we will send you the videos to Deborah's exercises for those. That was really cool. Right, what we want to know next is really from you watching now, what do you want to learn next of all?
Oh, yeah.
Because Deborah, I know you've got some ideas that you want
have.
to teach us all, but I think it'd be really great if you told us what you want to learn in terms of sculpting your face. What do you want to learn? So that would just be great feedback for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'll be really, really happy to help.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Deborah.
Thanks, Deborah.
Is there anything else you want to add before we go?
Me?
Yeah.
All I would say is the neckline, your neck is the area that you have to lengthen out. Whatever you're doing in your face, always make sure you do that first, because otherwise...
Could you teach us that then? Because anyone that hasn't seen that live, that would be... Because I do think when you have a more elongated neck, it helps our posture.
Oh, without doubt.
And especially from all the times we're looking down on our phone. I've noticed in the last few years, probably since lockdown when I was on my phone more, these lines have become much more pronounced.
Yes.
I call them tech neck.
Yeah, which essentially it is.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine this massive platysma muscle that interconnects right the way along
so what's
here.
the platysma muscle?
It's the neck muscle.
Right.
So, but what it does, it actually connects here and here, and it's this
that
huge
far.
sheath of muscle either side of the neck. So if you can imagine that the shorter it gets, that's why you get rivulets of skin on your neck.
Is that why you get the little...
Yeah, absolutely. And what you need to make sure you've got good skincare and you've got SPF.
Yeah.
But what happens is when that neck is short, that platysma muscle is short, because the internet connects here, it pulls everything down in your face.
So that's why it's so important.
Yes. So just the simple act of releasing that neck muscle every day.
Just remind us, Deborah. We would do this before
any exercise.
Before any facial exercise, or even as we're cleansing.
Even as you're cleansing, I would do it morning and evening if I were you.
Oh, okay.
And it literally will take a few seconds. I mean, there are lots of exercises for your neck you could do, but the one that I swear by every day is, again, crossing your hands over, making sure that you're pinning your hands underneath those clavicles.
So underneath that bone?
That bone.
What? Because I get confused on this, Deborah. You're going to have to show me.
Is
it this bone? Is it there or is it there?
Right, so your clavicle goes goes from along there.
Oh,
that's
so
your
like
clavicle. It goes right along that area.
Oh, so on that bony bit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But put your hands underneath it, because you're basically pinning that muscle down.
Okay.
So press down. It should never hurt.
Yeah.
Just press down. And then what you can do is take your chin at a 45-degree angle upwards for a count of 10.
Okay.
And so, but never throw your head back. You can damage your neck.
Yeah.
But if you pin down,
yeah,
bring your shoulders down, and then bring your chin up, and you'll feel that stretch for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you bring your head down, and then you bring your head to the side, still pinning that muscle down at a 45-degree angle. Feel that stretch again, and just move your head around until you think, oh, I can feel that stretch on the side of my neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you bring your head round, and then you do the final stretch on the other side.
If you're watching at home, I mean, next time you do these exercises, do join in, because when you're doing them, you really can feel them. And I'd also say, save this video, because then you can go back and watch it. And again, if you want to see the eye lift technique or the saggy jawline technique, comment eye lift or saggy jaw or jawline or whatever you want to comment, and the girls at Beauty in the Boutique will send you that video to that. So that's really interesting to know that the neck is pivotal to any of these lifting exercises that we're doing.
Yeah. It is, and I never forget years and years and years ago when I was training on gua sha actually, and the tutor said your neck is the super highway to your face.
Right.
All of your puffiness leaves your face via your neck. The blood flow and the length of your neck and the beauty of your face all comes from your neck. Wow. And one little tip, just to let you know, when you are doing that stretch, try and imagine on the area that's almost not stretching that there's a balloon sitting between your shoulder and your jaw. So you're stretching it, but imagine there's a balloon there too. So you're pushing your shoulders down and you're imagining a balloon here. So you're lengthening your neck more.
Love it. Deborah, amazing.
Again,
amazing.
It's a pleasure.
Deborah is actually, we're so excited, Katie and I, because Deborah is actually becoming a regular on Beauty in the Boutique Lives.
I'm very excited
so,
as well.
Expect a lot more from Deborah, giving us all her knowledge, and all for free, which is absolutely incredible. And we cannot thank you enough, Deborah.
It's a pleasure. So I'm really looking forward to it.
A lot of knowledge that please share with Deborah your love, because she gives up her time to teach us and you all of her knowledge, which is just an incredible, really, really kind thing to do.
Well, I love it. I love it.
We're so grateful. So thank you for watching. And again, if you want to see Deborah's eye lift one, comment eye lift, and if you want to see the jawline, saggy jawline one, comment jawline, and we will send you those videos too. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon on another live.
Bunny enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, we've got Bunny here.
Oh,
poor Katie couldn't join you.
I've only done one side of my face.
You'll be like this. Because poor Bunny just wanted to be picked up. So I think we'll be going back and watching this ourselves to do it. So anyway, have a lovely day, everyone. Hope you've got some good plans for the weekend. And we will be back very soon for more lives.
Bye,
guys. Bye. Bye.